The Tonga people like to say Twalumba. Twalumba means thank you in Tonga. And today's story is a story that deserves a Twalumba, both to God and to the man that is the subject of today's story, a man by the name of Remmy Hamapande. Remmy has graciously agreed and has served us well over the last year to be our program director in Zambia. Remmy is a man that is helping shape vision, a man that is helping us both stand on a rock and look at the plains below and figure out how we should engage with the local church in Zambia, how we should engage with the local pastors and the local communities as they work to meet the physical and spiritual needs of children orphaned by AIDS in their communities. Remmy is a man that not only stands on a rock and is helping us shape vision from afar, but is willing to be in the fields and on the ground in the plains, working to make these dreams and visions reality. Remmy is a man that has been the answer to so many of our prayers in Zambia. And not to pile on even higher and higher expectations for him, and he's doing a great job and we're thankful for him. But Remmy is a man who I deeply believe is the answer to a prayer that many of us have had at Forgotten Voices for a long time. Many of you know that from the beginning it was my hope and dream that this would become more than the Ryan Keith story. This would become more than a group of 12 people from West Shore who had a dream to engage the local churches in Zimbabwe to meet the physical and spiritual needs of children orphaned by AIDS. That our vision would spread and advance and work through the local church. When I met Remmy with a guy on our board named Trevor, when Trevor and I met Remmy, it was clear from the beginning that this was a talented guy. But what was not clear was that God was beginning to work and connect Remmy and I and Remmy with Forgotten Voices in such a way that it was undeniable that God was at work in bringing us together. The very first time that I traveled with Remmy after he became our program director, he and I were in a meeting and a church asked me a question about the mission and vision of Forgotten Voices. And before I could even say anything, Remmy leaned in and started explaining, and it was as if we were speaking with one heart and one mind. And that was probably one of the most profound moments of leading Forgotten Voices, where I saw for the first time in Zambia that our work was multiplying, our work was advancing, and I had nothing to do with it. It was another reality check that God was at work here and that the Holy Spirit was working through our ministry. And God's work would advance, whether it was me or Remmy or someone else. And so today I give thanks. I say Twalumba, thank you to God and to Remmy for just the way that you have come alongside our work. And I look forward to working with you in the days ahead as we continue to equip local churches in Southern Africa to meet the physical and spiritual needs of children orphaned by AIDS in their communities. May God bless you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks.